Now, ladies and gentlemen, here we are on Library Square, so called because of the old library which stands on the square to my left-hand side over there. The old library there was constructed from the years 1712 through 1732, designed by the architect Thomas Berg, and he was also responsible for designing the facade at Queen's University in Belfast, as well as many of the buildings of what was once called Queen's University Galway, what is now the NUIG of the National University of Ireland in Galway. But how he primarily earned his architectural credentials wasn't actually by designing university buildings at all. It was rather by designing army barracks, in fact, and I suppose that does go maybe some way towards accounting for the rather severe, very plain, unadorned style of this particular building here, especially in comparison to the prettier buildings built in the much more ornate neoclassical style that we've seen back there on Front Square. And when he was asked to build this building by the heads of the college at the time, Mr. Berg was given only one specification, and that was that he had to ensure that the long room, which we'll all be seeing presently, should be longer than its counterpart long room at Trinity College Library in Cambridge University over there in England. Well, at 65 metres in length now today, I'm sure you'll all be simply thrilled and delighted to hear that our long room here is in fact a majestic 2.5 metres longer than the one over there in Cambridge. So you can all luxuriate now in those 2 metres of extra space when you visit the library later on. And those 2 metres do also make it apparently the largest single chamber library of its type in the entire world. The original function of the building was to house around 200,000 of Trinity's and indeed Ireland's oldest and rarest books and manuscripts, and while it does still carry out that function today to a large degree today, though its primary function really is of course to house the Book of Kells. I'll tell you much more about the Book of Kells later on the tour.